Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, to say the least. I just had a really busy week last week with my boys and baseball, and I had about 60-ish to 60 to 70-ish dancers to photograph last week, and I just could not find time to get videos done. I think I had actually got one edited, but that's about it. So we're in full catch-up mode this week, and hopefully we will be back on track and getting everything posted for August. I thought I'd have my stuff together for July, and I didn't quite get there. So we are trying for August. I have a couple of things that I need to get done today. One would be this planner is getting so chunky, as you guys can see, that we need to get some weeks out of here. I have tons of budgeting stuff in here, tons of weeks, and now I'm also doing like daily duo kind of stuff, which is crazy to me. So I just have a lot of catching up to do. So yeah, I think I'm going to be pumping out some videos here this morning and trying to get some things done. But the first thing I want to get done for you guys is catching up on the budget, because I need to get August budget set up. So I definitely need to do that. One thing I wanted to let you guys see though is that I have started this little debt tracker coloring page that I have going on. We are trying to pay off any collections or any debt that my husband has on his credit report right now, which is about $1,300. Oh, about $1,400, I should say. We paid off one bill, so I did color that part in, and it will be nice and fun to see this kind of go up. I believe we are going to try and pay off one more bill this month. And we'll see. I gotta look at the budget right now, like I said, and see if we can get that done and the extra paid off. So if you have been following our story, let's make sure. Okay, guys. So somewhere along the lines, my video cut off way back in when I was explaining this. So before, in my other video, which I'll link up here, I set up our whole July budget, our sinking funds, and I did the transaction log behind the scenes, because there's a lot of transactions, and that's a lot of things that you probably don't need to see anyways. So now we're going through, and I had started doing just gas. I didn't get too far before I noticed it, thank goodness. And going through and doing our weekly check-in. So I already did gas. We spent $89.69. We have $281.90 left over. Now we're doing eating out. I was just explaining how this Little Caesars, we actually went over to a friend's house. We split this. So I put some of it into allowance and half of it into eating. Since some of it was ours and some of it was not. My friend also gave me money towards it, so that's why I kind of did it that way. So anyway, so I'm putting $21.97 into our eating out. The rest will go into allowance, because I had put the money into my allowance cash envelope. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay. Okay, then we have Taco Bell at $20. Taco Bell has gotten outrageously expensive to anybody else. And then eating out. This was a date night with me, from me and my husband. So I believe, oh, this was just the 11th, actually. That one doesn't even count. So that one doesn't count until next week. So we had budgeted $100, which, like I said, we're going to go over. And we spent $42.76 on that, and we had $79.39 left. 42, so we have $36.63. Household, we budget 100. Spending 75 is just left in here because my husband already took his 75, so you're gonna see where he should be spending his own money and he's not. Okay, Okay. So what am I doing next? Household. Household we had here at 37.91 plus 8.47. And that should be it. So $46.38. We had 60 left over. So we have $13.91 left of that. And then spending. So like I said, I put half of that in there, which technically should only be like $10, but for the sakes, I will do it. So you guys can kind of see it. It was kind of a mess, but all right. So $21.97. What it was, $21.97 plus 7.36 plus 2.32. There we go. So $31.65. And we had $47.77 left. So we have $16.12 left of that. And then I don't believe we had any unbudgeted. That was a good week for us. We barely did any spending as far as like craziness, because you're going to see like week 3 is kind of crazy. Okay, so moving on to week 3, because this is going to be week 3. You're going to see a couple of unbudgeted things. Oh, and there was no groceries there. So I don't even have to worry about groceries, because I didn't even spend any groceries. My grocery was still, I don't think I grocery shopped until here. Yep. No, didn't even. Oh, because remember guys, okay, so I only budgeted $200 for groceries because I still had $180 something left on our food assistance card, and that's what I had used to get us through the first 2 weeks. That's right, the first 2 weeks of July. So you're going to see now coming here, groceries finally start coming into play. So that's why I only had $200 in the budget. All right, so let's go through and do unbudgeted. This was, my husband needed new shirts for work because his new uniform is way different than what he had before. So we had to do all of that. And I'm going all the way to the 18th. Unbudgeted. So we need to go all the way to here. All right, that was the only unbudgeted. So 63.04. Oops. That was supposed to be where the 0 went. And 63.04. So I had to get him a few shirts off of Amazon to do that. All right, let's find gas in here. Let me move this over to make sure. Gas right there at $26.57. And $15.70. There we go. So we spent another $42.27. And we had $281.90 minus $42.27. So we have $239.63 left in that. All right, eating out is, there's that date night now, 41. Instead of putting it in there before. 27.63. 8, and this is where my husband should be using his own allowance, but he is not. So we had to talk about that. Perfect. All right, so 81.04. Okay, so we had 36.63. So we are over budget, $44.41 there. Ooh, my tummy. All right, next household. 1654, 1357, 1394, $16, and that's it, $60. I went through and made sure that those were all household things. What did I get from Amazon? Can't remember what they were, but regardless of the fact, I made sure in my Amazon orders that I was like, oh no, that's household, and it's not food or whatever it was. So 46. So next month I know that I need to budget a little bit more for household things. It probably just depends on the month, honestly. Okay, and then spending. So all of that is done. There is a business one up here. I am going to transfer that money back into this account because that should have never come out of this account. I needed Wi-Fi adapters for my computers to move them down to my office. Oh, it looks like I missed a household because it was $254, and if it was that, then it wasn't groceries. Okay, so $62.54. I thought that was a grocery, and it wasn't. If it was groceries, it would have been taken care of. It would have been taken care of on my grocery card, or my food stamp card. Okay, so it was $62.54. So 46.14 plus 254 is 48.68. Okay, now we're on to it. Okay, there was no spending over there, right? Nope. All right, spending was $620, $158. Allowance and spending are the same thing. $64 and $8.94. All right, so we did $33.01, and I only had $13 left of that, so $33.01 minus that $13.91. So we are over $19.10 there, and there was no groceries yet, right? Right. No groceries. Okay, so I don't have to put the grocery. Perfect. So it kind of worked itself out that I just forgot it because I didn't need groceries for the first couple of weeks anyways. Okay, moving into week 4. It's going to be long because I didn't check in forever. All right, let's do gas. Gas is going to be $20.28, $22.62, $20.07. And technically we have one more day, so maybe I shouldn't be closing this out because we technically have one more day on this. Yep, so we're just not going to close out yet on week 4 because I have one more day. This is the 24th, and this would go to the 25th. So, okay, so we're not here, but as you can see, we need to figure out the spending, and you can see there's several spending things here. So we're definitely going to be over budget here. I've stopped obviously doing anything for household unless it's like we need it. Because, oh, I messed up there. Gosh darn it. I didn't see that I had it unbudgeted up there. I forgot that oil change was up there. 105.02. I'm just not with it. 63.04. Okay. So we are over budget. 168. All right. Anyways, so we're over budget. This was unaccounted for. Car maintenance. I'm going to start a car maintenance sinking fund. We don't technically need them all the time because we have a lease, but you know, if a tire blows or something like that, we do definitely need it. So I'm going to start a car maintenance sinking fund to take care of that. I also thought of a few other things like car main or sinking funds that I want to start, like ones for kid clothes, shoes. My oldest is just going through clothes and shoes like crazy because he's growing ever so quickly. So I want to start with something like that. And we won't have to put as much into car tags after this month. I'll be able to spread it over 12 months since that is being taken out this month. So doing that. The other thing that you are going to see in August is I am going back to how I was starting to do it in March, where I am going to be taking out, I'm going to be trying to split up our bills per payday and taking that out and putting it aside because we are currently 1 month ahead. I use some of our savings from like unemployment and stuff to get 1 month ahead, and I have it in our savings account. So we don't have to take everything from every check. I have to sneeze. Anyways, and doing it that way. The only other thing that you're probably not going to see much of is I need to set up my variable income and my business stuff, which I am going to lay the stickers for today, but I'm going to do that off camera. I got a little bit from Amazon this month, and I should have gotten paid from YouTube for the last 2 months. I don't get paid every month from YouTube because I don't make that much. I get a little chump change every 2 months pretty much. Maybe one day. But I need to put that in and take the taxes out and put the taxes aside. So I have a lot to do for August. I also want to start tracking my business, my photography business a little bit better and all of the expenses that come with it now that we don't have the studio, and I really want to like dig deep into that. So be on the lookout for that. But that is, I wanted to show you guys one other thing. I finally got some of my cash envelopes, and they're so cute. So here, let me see if you guys can see this. Let me put it against my iPad maybe. But I got a gas one, eating out one, groceries, Christmas, medications, and car tags. I have now been thinking about keeping the Christmas one for next year in a 360 account. I do have tons more, as you can see. I've like my savings, and I'm gonna put savings, I believe, back into the 360 account. Baseball, our emergency fund into the 360. So I think I'm going to get rid of some of these. I just think that watching other people's budget videos, that our money shouldn't be just sitting here in cash and not like even making a couple of cents for us. And if I can get it into a higher yielding account, then I might do that, especially for like Christmas when it's just a couple $100 sitting here. So I was super excited to get these. They're super cute, but at least for groceries, eating out, and gas, and maybe my allowance, which I didn't get an allowance one. These are good to go now, fit into my purse so that I can take them everywhere with me and not just leave them at home. And then when we're out to eat on a whim, I don't have the cash with me. So yay. I got those finally last week. I'm not sure if I'm going to put out where I got it from just because it took forever to get to me. I might do one more order and see if it does the same thing again. I just don't want to recommend something that takes forever. So thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely be on the lookout for my next one. I will be closing out the June budget and starting the August budget. And trying to figure out a much better way to kind of hone in our spending. I think that, wait a minute. I had spending for, $150. It's $75 each. I already gave him. I just think that I'm still trying to get numbers together. It looks like we're going to make it in gas, clearly. So hopefully we'll be a little bit under budget on gas to make up for a little bit more of these, that are going over. So Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.